Nice shot of Charles's ass. And we're live from Chicago.
Oh,
Yep.
what's up? I'm trying to think of where you're going to set up.
It's gonna have to be over here. Good stuff.
I thought you just got to give it a
Oh my.
This room right here? I like to stay. You stand over here?
Saying a bye?
Yeah.
That's got a little spice in there.
That's good.
Thank you to the Plum Offs for the morning, afternoon beverage, whatever time it is. Boys getting fired up for the last game of the weekend. Started it off against this Storm team, and then had a Reaper sandwich in there. 3 with the Reapers, and then close it out with the Storm. What's up? Doing okay. What's going on? Skog getting the started net today for this game against the Storm. And we're off. Puck drops. Storm win the faceoff. I think the Stars need to work on faceoffs when they get back home because they've sucked all weekend on them. I mean, sorry. It's not the Bloody Mary talking. This is straight honesty. The Reapers owned them probably 90% of the face-offs all weekend. I mean, I'm not a coach as much anymore. Anyways, the Storm are controlling the play right now, working in the near corner. Burton with Bell on defense, Plumhoff, Brandon, and Arnold on the forward line. Bell works it to Arnold, but not cleanly. Back to Bell. Bell goes to Burton. Can't get a handle on it. Storm still pressing. They put it behind the net. Bell to pick it up there on the far side. Bell has some time, space, and options. Gives it to Arnold. Loses it. Bell, supported by Burton, ties it up. Comes away with it. Big pressure by the Storm here. Try to work it out front. Burton with the big reach gets it. Tries to get it to Brandon. They're going to get it out of the zone. Brandon's going to put it in deep, help get a change. Reynolds from out of the corner tries to hit Goo, but he's just a couple steps late. Storm are going to try to get it out. We have Grimm and Hawk out there on defense, but Reynolds has it. Get it on sides. Good job there. Drop pass to Goo. Shot. Deflected. Doesn't make it to the net. Storm are going to get it out. They're going to flip it in. It's going to go to the corner. It's going to be icing. So that'll bring it back down. Stars will complete a change. Oh, yeah. Taking jams today. You're good. Just trying to figure out where I'm going to stand. Face-off won by the Stars to Saskew. Tries to get it to Kinchin, but doesn't. Ends up coming to center. Storm have numbers. Palmer presses his guy wide. Gets just around him. West does a good job of taking a shot. Turns over to Scott. Scott with Zhang. Kinchin on the back end. Entering the Storm zone. Cut to the middle. Zhang overhandles it. The Storm take it quick. Puck goes to Palmer. Bangs it off the boards in front of his net. Scott picks it up there. Chips it around. Goes around his guy. Into the corner. Battles for it behind the net. Scott has it back there still. Looking for somebody in front, but there's nobody there. Puck comes to Hawk, who's changed. Shot by Hawk is gloved by the Storm goalie. So we got Hawk and Grimm out there, changed for Saskew and Palmer. Now we've got Deloach, Reynolds, and Goo coming back out on the ice. Ref giving some face-off directions. Face-off controlled by the Storm. We're going to press. Press. They got three coming back. Shot wide. Just wide glove side. Hawk on the far side. Goo to help. Reynolds nearby. Puck comes up to the point. Good job to keep it in. They shoot, hit their own guy. Farhan gets hooked and falls. Stars get into the Storm zone. Good pressure by Goo. Looking for options in front. Deloach. Not able to sneak it in. Still loose behind net. Peels to the corner. Go up the boards. That puck should be like going up the boards so fast. In my opinion. Goo battling along the board still. Deloach nearby. Deloach gets it. Just past him. Can't get it to Saskew, who's changed for Hawk. Reynolds battling. He's taking on multiple Storm players. The Storm were able to flip it out. Grimm does a good job of stopping it in front. Picked up by Goo. Trying to catch the Storm in a change. He gets through, but not with control. Palmer's out there. Takes that puck off that clear. Gets it over to Saskew. Saskew tries to tip it to Deloach. Oh, geez, in a collision. Saskew just got size on that poor kid. Palmer battles in the near boards. Saskew to support. Deloach is going to get it and work it out. Icing coming up. Yep. Does it look all right? I lowered the resolution since the Wi-Fi is iffy. So the puck in the Stars end of things. Bell back there, battling. Oh, in front! Shot saved by Scott. He does a good job of fighting that one off in tight. Burton over there battling, trying to get it up. Ends up behind the Stars net. Bell battles back there. So Storm working out front, but Burton's going to get it. Tips up to Brandon. Brandon goes in front of us here. Chips it behind his man. Works to get around him, get the puck in the corner. Storm rimming it around. They're completing a change behind the play. Grimm and Hawk out there with Arnold, Plumhoff, and Brandon still. Brandon's going to get it right here. Takes the red line, dumps it for a change. Storm are going to regroup from their zone. Scott pressures but misses. Zhang almost intercepts it. Grimm just about does too. Kinchin's going to get it. Grimm bangs it off the glass up high. That's a high stick. Now it's good to play. Good stick there by Hawk. Kinchin almost breaks through there. Scott. Not a lot of control right now. It's just bouncing off a stick. Scott off far side. Tries to get to Kinchin. Can't. Goes in the far corner. Works it up high to Hawk. Hawk steps. Shoots. Tips. Nice deflection down low. Grimm bangs it around behind the net. Kinchin's going to get to it. Tries to cut to the middle. Recovers, but not able to keep the zone. This little guy's fast. Shot towards the net. Goes harmlessly into the corner. Storm bringing it up to the point. Try to get it on net. Oh, nice play there by the Storm. Catches that pass practically out of midair. Gets a little attempt there. Zhang, is he going to get it up? Shot from the point. Way wide and high. Zhang banging over there with Hawk along the boards. Storm can't get the handle. Oh, Zhang almost gets it there. Storm still have control. Hawk all over him. Finally, Zhang helps turn over to Hawk. Oh, fans on a clearing attempt. Storm still have it. They put it in deep. Hawk has to recover behind his own net. Met with pressure. Scott on the far board. Scott finally gets it out. Kinchin is over here at the blue line waiting. Sidesteps. Pass to Scott. Shot. Deflected off the glass behind the net. Storm have numbers there. They're going to move it up out of the zone. Sasky with a good play to distract. And then chips up to Zhang. He's got some space. Swings it wide. Looks in front. Not able to connect. Palmer pinches. Good job there by Palmer to keep it in. Gets it to Deloach. Deloach trying to work it to the middle. And he's got sticks and he hauls down two Storm players with it. And then it's finally chipped out of the zone. Palmer's going to have to retreat. Pick it up at his blue line. He's got one coming. Puck is rolling too. Makes it harder for him. Good job there. Gets it to Saskew. Gives it back to him. Palmer chips it to Goo. Works it to Deloach at center. Deloach is going to take the zone. Drops to Goo. I don't think they were ready for it. Goo still battling there. And more Storm players come to support. Saskew helps keep it in. Goo, Deloach, and Saskew battling on the near boards at the blue line. And the Storm are going to get it out. Not safely, though. Reynolds has it. Shot high off the glass. Wraps around. Picked up by Deloach. Deloach centers it. Nobody in green there. Reynolds tries to get there. Oh. Yep. Reynolds drove hard to the net. Got slashed, and the Storm are going to get a penalty here. Ref very emphatic about you're going to the box. Last night, you mean? Oh, this morning? Yeah. And nothing was getting called. So Hawk and Zhang at the points on the power play. Hawk goes to Zhang. He's got some space. Shot. Blocked. Wide. Scott there. Gets it to Zhang up high. Walks the blue line. Gives it back to Scott. Scott. Trying to spread him out. Gives it to Zhang. Zhang's room. To Deloach in the corner. Goes behind the Storm net. In front. Scott. Shot. Blocked. Good job by the Storm to block that shot. Goes up to Zhang up high. To Hawk on the right side. Dot. Shot. Deflected wide. Picked up by Scott over there in the near corner. Gives it to Deloach behind the net, in front. Oh, and he had a corner and just couldn't hit it. Hawks got to skate back. Loses it off his stick, gets slashed. No call there. Zhang across to Arnold, who gets it, just shoves it into the corner. And the Storm are going to ice it. Relieve a little bit of pressure with 38 seconds left on the power play. I lowered it to 362. Just because I checked the speed earlier and it wasn't good. So Palmer and looks like Grimm. Puck comes to Grimm off the faceoff. They have Brandon, Kinchin, and Saskew in front, playing a little forward action here on the power play. Definitely a new power play look right here. Goes to Grimm, gets a shot, tips, goes wide. Kinchin. Yeah. Kinchin has it on the far boards. He's going to peel in the middle. Pass across to Palmer, but it wasn't a good one. Palmer's going to have to keep it in. He does. And then it gets blocked. He's going to have to retreat to center. Looking for room. Passes up to Kinchin, who's going to re-enter the zone. 6 seconds on the power play. Kinchin. Shots tipped, blocked. Goes to Grimm. Shot low. Tipped. Oh, that was dangerously close for the Stars. Almost got in there. And they're going to make a smart play here to catch the guy breaking out of the penalty box. Grimm makes it very difficult for him to get a play. Good job there by Palmer to back him up. Palmer to Grimm, near boards. Works it to Saskew. He uses his size and reach to get around. Brandon's going to put it in deep. Changes are going to happen behind the play. Storm are going to take the zone. Bell with Burton on the ice. Bell goes to Burton. Burton goes behind the net to Bell. Bell comes back around this side. Burton picks it up. Make sure he gets it by him to Goo. Battling it. Squirts up right here. Works to the middle. Kind of a pass shot. Save. Skog loose. And the refs give him a quick whistle there. It was super loose. He wasn't able to wrap it up, but we'll take the face off. Watch it move it. So face off to the left, here in the near corner. 4:35 on the clock, no score. Deloach gets the face off for a moment, and gets knocked back in by the Storm. Grimm back there to pick it up. Tips it up to Hawk. Hawk unable to clear. Grimm supporting. Zhang comes in, ties up his man. Finally works up to Scott. Gives it behind Deloach. He's going to come to center, bring it back to his zone, chip it across to Hawk. Hawk gets it back to Deloach, but it's knocked off his stick too. But recovered by Scott at the blue line. A lot of stick work there. Hawk just totally interferes with his guy. That should be a penalty, but no call coming. Storm have the puck, then into the zone. Grimm back, does a good job of playing that man one-on-one. And then Zhang comes back to take the puck. Builds up some space, some speed, chips it up to Scott. Not cleanly passed though. Scott has it in the corner. Pass in front, but there's nobody in green there. Deloach battles. Puck comes to Palmer. Shot. Not a good one. Blocked. Deloach has it. Creates another opportunity here. Driving the net. Spins to the near far boards. And loses it there. Palmer's got to back up because the Storm have numbers. And the Storm put it in their own bench. Should stay down low. Bow, wow. Mine's getting empty, Charles. That's just a trade. I'm kidding. Face off one by the Storm. They chip it up. Not past Palmer, though. Keeps it in. Fans are not happy with Palmer's effort there. Shot deflected behind the net. Rebound off to the side. Deloach trying to get a rebound. Yeah, the officials in the stands didn't agree with that onside call. They're Brandon, Blumhoff, and Arnold out there with Burton and Bell. Storm control the face-off. They're trying to catch a guy streaking, but Bell is back to cover. Plumoff supports, comes away with it. Tries to get it to Tate Brandon, but can't. Arnold loses his footing. Storm are going to come away with it. I don't know why he turned sideways. He should have just kept driving, but ends up behind Stars net. Arnold works it to Brandon. Brandon works it up to Burton. Burton gets it up to center, but turned over to the Storm. Chips to Bell. Catches Brandon in transition. Brandon throws it in the corner. Stars are going to make a change. Riedel Reynolds streaking in from the penalty or from the bench. Zhang's out there with Scott. Puck comes up to center. Hawk gets it. He's got to hold up. That was offsides. Yep. Hawk tried to wait, but he just didn't wait long enough. I put long underwear on, so I didn't feel that shit. Yeah. I looked at the weather and I saw it getting in the 40s and 30s. I'm like, that means it's going to be colder in the rain. And then I got like a thermal turtleneck on it here. I'm going to stay warm, damn it. I'll probably pack the same next weekend when I'm here. Puck directed on to Skog. He puts it in the corner for Grimm. Have Grimm and Saskew out there with Scott, Reynolds, and Zhang. Reynolds gets it past. Shot from a wide angle. Blocked in front. It's played with a high stick, but the Storm touched it up, so the play goes on. That's offsides. Man, that kid has like 2 feet. Like Saskew has 2 feet on that kid. That kid is a worker. He's a good little hockey player. Kim on that team, he's good. Did he score one against us in St. Louis? I want to say he did. Yeah. All fight, too. Kinchin on the far side puts it behind the net to Deloach. Deloach puts it back over to the far side to Kinchin. Kinchin delays, gets pressured, loses it. Storm get it. Can't clear it, though. Deloach is on top of it. Goo. Shot through a crowd. Kinchin will pick it up in the corner. Tries to get to Deloach. Kinchin in front. Almost gets an opportunity. Goo battling. Kinchin puts it behind. Deloach will pick it up there. Works it up to Palmer. Oh, and it's off the inside of his stick. He might be able to keep it in, and he does. Good recovery there by Palmer. Puck squirts loose in front off of Kinchin. Deloach battles and wins it. Who gets it to Goo. Can't find a handle, though. Comes to Palmer. Oh, and he tries to direct it to Hawk, and it ends up going to a Storm player. Gets around Hawk. Yeah, they're going to call a penalty there on Hawk. Holding. I don't know about that one. He's just way taller. So the Storm get a power play here with Grimm and Zhang, with Brandon and Arnold. 17.2 on the clock in the first. Stormmen face up to the point. They walk the line, puts it back in the corner. Works it back up high. Walk the line some more. 6 seconds on the clock. Work at the far boards. Look in the middle. Oh, sneaky shot. Skog fights it off to the far boards, the near boards. And that'll end the period. Score is 0-0. 1:13 left in the power play for the Storm coming up in a second. A little bit.
It looks like it's way up.
Well, he's got it cocked back. Yeah. I wouldn't trust it to save my melon if I fell backwards wearing it that way. I'm sure the boys feel a little fatigue after a hard 3-game set against the Reapers. Storm are a good team, and they're keeping the boys on their toes.
They got a little more. They're still a little more effort.
So we've got Grimm and Zhang out there with Arnold and Brandon still on the PK. 113 on the penalty. Won by the Stars. Brandon gets on the far side, protects it, tries to throw it in, but can't get it deep. Puck tied up. Arnold gets it to squirt loose, gets interfered with, but no call. That wasn't an angle, it was totally a check. Storm get out of their zone. Storm work it up high. Going wide. Keep it just inside the zone. Kim for the Storm puts it down low. In front, wide open, shot, save, Skog, rebounds, loose. Skog, oh, I couldn't get enough of it. And I guess the Storm are able to squeak it in there for their first of the game. Yeah. I mean, I'd be okay with somebody getting creamed there. Cream them, take a penalty. So the Storm strike first on the power play. Skog's a little frustrated. Face off, comes in the Star zone to Palmer, chips it across to Plumoff, chips it to Goo, but loses it. Comes back to Plumoff, goes to Palmer, across to Saskew at the blue. Saskew blows the tire, tries to get it to Goo, but it's turned over to the Storm. Put off the near boards. They'll enter the zone. Bad pass there. Scott picks up on the far side. He's got some room. He's got Plumoff going to the net. Makes a move to the front. Oh, loose in front. Still bouncing around there. Goalie made a great save there, fighting that off. Comes to Palmer. He weakly puts it into the corner. Comes back to him. Loses his feet. Yeah, that was offsides. Use your feet, kid. Doesn't always have to be your stick. Tried to keep it in, just couldn't do it. Face off controlled by the Stars for a second. Put it in the Storm zone. Storm will get it, put it in deep. We have Bell and Burton out there on defense. Zhang, Kinchin, and Deloach, the forwards line. Zhang's going to get it out. Kinchin's going to be the first one to it. Tries to chip it to Zhang, but Storm are all over it. Bell tries to pinch, keeps it in. Good job. That's the one we need West to do. He just doesn't even handle it over there. But turned over. Storm Preston. Deloach back checking. Good job. Kinchin picks up the near board. Chips it to Zhang. Zhang gets around his guy. He's going to drive to the middle. Chips to Zhang. Kinchin. Oh, just can't find it. We're going to get a penalty here. Kinchin gets hooked. Stars are going to get a chance at the power play. So Hawk, Grimm, Reynolds, Deloach, and Brandon on the power play. And the Storm will clear it just past Hawk. Was able to get some of it, but not enough. So no icing. Hawk goes to Grimm. Grimm on the far boards. Just behind Reynolds. This will be icing. Grimm changes. Zhang is out with Deloach, Scott, Arnold, and Hawk. Face off won by Scott. Pretty clean win there. Gets it to Zhang behind the Stars net. Arnold on the near boards. Gets pressured pretty quickly. Hawk has to get it to Zhang behind his own net. Zhang gets it out. Passes to Arnold. Arnold chips it up to Scott. Takes the zone. They go to slow down, set up. Oh, woo. Not really good communication right there. Zhang does a good job of keeping it. That's good. Zhang gets it to Scott in the near boards. Storm all over him, though. Works up to Zhang. Zhang's got some space. Spreads it out. Hawk, shot, score! Nice play by Zhang to get that over to Hawk for the one-timer. And both teams with the power play goal. Full changes for both teams. Face-off won by the Stars. Palmer back. Gets it to Plumhoff. Tries to get it to Goo, but it's turned over. Kinchin, good interference there. Make that play happen. I don't mean illegal interference. I mean interference on the pass. Stars put it in. No icing. On front. Loose. Oh, Kinchin can't. The goalie makes a hell of a save on Kinchin right in front. Had him dead to rights. Puck squirts to Palmer at his blue line. He flips it up. Plumhoff comes away with it. Chips it to Kinchin. Kinchin takes the zone. He's got Goo with him. Ooh. It gets tangled up. Somebody goes down. Goo still has it. Works it to Kinchin in the corner. Kinchin up high to Palmer. Palmer walks. Head fakes to Saskew. Shot! About 6 feet high. Needed to be about 3.5. Comes back to Palmer. Gets it over to Saskew. They retreat to the Star zone. Saskew to Palmer. Palmer delays. Good delay there. Gets it to Plumhoff. The middle. Plumhoff makes center. He's going to get in the Storm zone here. Soft toss over to Kinchin. Shot! Wasn't able to get enough on it. The goalie finds it, covers it up. We get that cannon to lower a bit. Be dangerous. Yeah. Kinchin with a good opportunity there from a Plumhoff pass, but wasn't able to get enough of it. Rubbed out. Brandon totally rubbed out in the corner. Works in front. The Storm get it, throw it up the middle. No icing. Hawk gets it. He's out there with Grimm. Scott gets it. This will be icing. 10-10 to go in the second. What's that? Who'd they play? Somebody terrible? Are they good? I have no idea. Arnold behind his net tries to work Deloach. Deloach gets pressured though. There's a slash. Holy crap. Burton just gets chopped. No call. Bell working it behind his net. Burton to Bell, just back and forth a bunch. Storm pressuring him pretty good. Ooh, and the player goes down in front of Skog. And then Bell goes down with somebody off the corner. Storm come away with it. don't have anybody to pass to, though. They're looking for options. They find one, and it's out of the zone. They just couldn't connect. Line changes for both. Plumhoff, Goo, and Kitchen are back out there with Saskew and Palmer. Face off, controlled by the Stars. Plumhoff has it in the near boards. Banging with Goo. Turned over. Palmer tries to keep him wide. He does. Plumhoff back to support. Chips it up. There's a trip. Wow. No. Another. No trip calls today. My goodness. Kitchen loses it at center. They chip it around Saskew. Palmer's got to pick it up behind his net. Spins off a guy. Not able to come away with it. They work it out in front. Loose. Saskew with the reach gets it to Kinchin. Kinchin's going to drive it wide. Gets around his guy. He's got space, works the front. Shot. Rebound. Loose in front. Cleared. Scott comes off the bench. Shot. Deflected up in the net. Oh, no, that's off the glass. They should have just let Saskew take that, I think. Puck in the near corner. Palmer waiting here halfway from the blue line. Ref saying no whistle. Storm get it. They don't get it by Palmer, though. He puts it back in deep. Zhang has it. Works to the middle. Gets around. Shot. Almost deflected towards the net. Good play there. Chip just past Brandon for a second, but he gets it to the corner. Scott. Off the face-off dot. Storm are finally going to get it out. They're just going to put it in deep. This should be icing. And it is. They'll bring the face-off all the way back down. I think Scott should have let Jackson have that shot right there. Thank you. Reynolds on the near boards with Loach, Arnold, and then we have Hawk and Grimm out there. Arnold works up to Grimm. Grimm walks the blue line, tries to get it towards the net, but deflected into the corner. Loach gets hooked there a bit, no call. Kind of let the boys play, right? Storm get it out. Reynolds back checks. It's by Hawk. Grimm. Pass goes Allring. That might be the wrong word. Shot towards Skog from the blue line. He grabs it and holds on to it. Face off to his left coming up. Zhang with Scott, Brandon, Grimm, and Hawk still out there. Brandon does a good job of getting it in the zone, but just gets outworked with two Storm players all over him, but he gets it back in front. Oh, tries to get it to Zhang, and he just can't connect. Storm read the play and get it out. Grimm does a good job of interfering. Like, I shouldn't use that word, that's a penalty, but just breaking up the play there. Hawks can go to the far corner. Brandon's going to get it in front of the Storm bench. Oh, Hawk didn't know where it was, but he chips it up to Zhang. He's got Scott. Works to the front, backhand, and scores. Man, yeah, it was totally nonchalant. Zhang drove the net. Everybody was looking for the pass. And Zhang tucks it in. Nice play, good patience by Zhang. Kitchen, Plumhoff, and Goo out there with Burton and Bell. Face-off ends up in the Stars zone on Skog. He's going to stick it to the corner to Bell. Bell's going to throw it up the boards to Plumhoff. And the Storm from the point flip it up into the netting and bring the face-off outside the zone. Goo wins it to Burton. And a shot. Skog wraps it up. Face-off controlled by the Storm. Shot from the point. Deflected just wide. Palmer's going to get it over there in the corner. Gets it to to Reynolds. He's going to muckle around, but just out of reach. Sasky with a good read and pinch there, but that's offsides. They didn't catch it. Didn't catch it. Palmer behind his net. Around to Reynolds. Can't handle it. Ooh, squirts loose to Saskew in front. He's in all through the legs, and Reynolds with a nice play. Putting the stick behind his back to catch that pass. Deloach kicks it to his front. He's going to push wide. Tries to drive the net. Goes into the corner. Arnold there. Puts it to Saskew. Saskew space. Shot. Good low shot. Rebound, but nobody there to pick it up. Storm going to clear it just enough. Arnold back checking. Palmer and Saskew back. Saskew does a good job of reading that puck, but Storm are able to muscle it in. Palmer to get it in the far corner. Gets it to Reynolds on the near boards. Reynolds, soft push into the Storm zone, but just out of Deloach's reach. Good read by Arnold there. Deloach gets it, throws it towards the net. Tipped, loose, rebound off the side of the net by Reynolds. Goalie finds it, covers it up. Hawks, Grimm, Brandon, Zhang, and Scott out there now. Storm jumping on the face-off to get away with it. Brandon battling two Storm players there. The puck comes up to Grimm, kicks it to the middle though. Back to Grimm. That was onside! You actually got that one wrong! You're at the other blue line! Jeez. How does the ref the furthest away make these calls? So off the face-off, Storm with a big jump into the zone. One on Skog, shoots, crossbar. Skog is able to find it behind him. No goal. Hell of a scoring opportunity though. It's very quick. He hit that pipe dead on. Yeah. It was a good thing Skog didn't back up too fast and bump it in. Good play there by Skog. Face off one to Bell. Throws up the boards to Scott, who puts it out of the zone. Then it comes off his skates into the Storm zone. 4:33 in the period. Storm hands to Scott. In front, Zhang tries to turn and shoot it. Brandon gets in the corner. Scott behind the net. Bell up here at the point with Burton. Comes to Bell. Goes to Burton. Shot. Oh, just wide. Zhang has it in the near corner. Spins off. Skates away from his guy. Loses it for a second. He's battling two Storm players. Zhang has it though. To Burton. Shot. Low. Stopped by the Storm. They'll chip it out of the zone. Bell is back, picks it up there. Storm forechecking like crazy. They got three players down there. Bell works it to Zhang. Zhang goes across to Kinchin at the blue line. Scott break into the net. Kinchin wide, shot. Good save by the goalie. The puck ends up back to Kinchin in the far corner. Kinchin loses it there. Palmer's out here with Saskew. Palmer, shot. Bounces off a player, and the goalie gloves it off of his own guy. Yeah, he got to work on that shot. That wasn't that good. Huh? Kinchin, Goo, Brand, Plum off with Palmer. Palmer's going to step up off of there. Going to the corner. Drives it back up to Kinchin. I don't know if Kinchin was ready for that play. It's a turnover. Coming back. Pass across, just out of the Storm player's reach. Goo gets it around behind the net. Picked up by Saskew. He's got Plumhoff breaking, but he's also got Kinchin on the far side. In front of the Stars bench. Kinchin almost, he does hold it in, chips it in. Plumhoff the pressure. Puck gets rimmed around. Saskew pinches down here. Goo does a good job of supporting, gets it to Plumhoff. Plumhoff looking for options. Tries to get it to Deloach, but it's intercepted. Comes back to Plumhoff. Trying to work it to Deloach. He's tied up by 2 players. Deloach is there supporting. Works it in front, but no Stars are there. Saskew almost gets it. Goo back checks. Deloach is going to get it and get tripped. That's a penalty. Stars power play coming up. 2:27 to go in the second. Zhang, Hawk, Deloach, Scott, and Arnold on the power play. One's up to puck, face-off is 1 to Hawk, goes across to Zhang. They pressure Zhang pretty quick. Scott picks up in the near corner, tries to get it to Zhang, and he does. Back to Scott. Cross to Arnold, who tries to give it back. Zhang with a good keep, the blue. Soft toss to Hawk, to the middle. Arnold up in the air, batted out of there by the Storm. Hawk does a good job of having a stronger stick there. Gets it to Scott. Scott in front. Has to regroup. Goes to Zhang at the blue line. Turnover. Deloach comes back to support. Deloach is going to take it wide. Gets it in. Hands it to Arnold. Gets it to Zhang at the blue line. Oh, good air play. Oh! Storm player made a play, stop, but shot by Arnold. Oh, good. That's a hook. That's a hook. Deloach is hurting. Deloach is hurt off an icing there. Coach JC talking with the refs about something. .23 seconds on the power play. Stars finishing up the changes. Saskew's going to take the draw. Brandon tries to get it, gets to Hawk. Hawk dekes his guy, gives it to Brandon. 17 seconds, down low to Kinchin. In front to Brandon, not able to complete the pass. Stuck in some skates there. Brandon tries to get it to Palmer, but can't. Then he goes to Kinchin in the corner. Kinchin to Brandon. Brandon soft pass to Hawk. Back to Brandon. 2 seconds. Less than a minute in the period. Kinchin to Hawk. Cross to Palmer. He's got somebody on his back, though. He's got to be smart. He does. He gets into the corner for Saskew. Saskew to Kinchin. Behind the net. Brandon. Hawk. Shot. Deflected wide. Kinchin picks it up there. Works it to Brandon, kind of. Kind of stutters, and the ref was there. Brandon gets it, though. Can't keep it in deep, but Hawk will get it in. Saskew in the far corner. Walks away with it. Gets it back for a second. Kinchin shot. It just loops around in the corner. Puck up to Hawk. He's got people in his face. 16 seconds. Brandon works it to Kinchin. Oh! Sneaky play there, but not a good angle. Puck goes around, and Storm will ice it. And the Stars have 6.8 on the clock. The offensive draw. Burton Bell, Plumhoff, Goo, 3 seconds on the clock. Storm will ice it, and that'll end it. So after 2, it's 2-1 Stars. Sorry, the internet kicked us off and we lost our streaming, but we're back up. It kicked us off, so I had to restart it. Yeah. Good pressure there by Hawk. So we had about 44 seconds tick away off that face-off. The internet kicked us off, but we're back. Shot on goal by Hawk, I believe. Leads to face-off right here. Brandon. Puck comes to Saskew. Shot. Knuckled up into the net. I don't think that touched anything. Yeah. Totally went to orbit. But he had one earlier today, shot straight into the net. He's got to finish down. Puck gets to Palmer. He puts it in the Storm zone. Brandon battling. Gets it pushed back into the Storm zone, forcing him to go back deeper. Good stick there by Arnold. Puck comes to Palmer at his own blue line. Pressured. Nice sneaky pass. Just can't connect with Arnold. Offsides. Just barely. Storm couldn't get out of the zone in time. The puck crosses the line. Face-off won by the Storm. They go D to D. They gain entry to the Stars zone. Burton out there with Bell. Bell works up to Reynolds. Reynolds can't muscle it past the Storm player on the boards. Storm have a chance here. They spin to the corner. Bell battling. Still has it. Goo lost his stick. That's a penalty. Can't hit somebody else's stick. Ooh! Almost a sneaky shot there by the Storm to put that in. Goo needs to get his stick. Storm have a chance here because the Stars have to play without a stick. I don't think it's broken, but Storm still have it behind the net. Burton muscles their guy out. Off the glass and out. That'll be icing. I don't know why he didn't get a stick. It must be broken somewhere.
It sounded like it broke.
I thought he just tried to pick it up and it got slapped back down. I can't tell though. Oh, yep, it broke. Yep, it dangling just a little bit there. So yeah, Goo's stick was broken. He did the right thing. Now we got Hawk out there with Arnold, Grimm, Brandon, Plumhoff. Hawk works with the plumb off. He's not able to get it out though. Hawk recovers. Arnold. Hawk to Brandon. Back to Hawk. He's going to enter the zone, but loses it there. Grimm and Brandon on the same side back. They're getting situated. Hawk comes back. Storm into the zone. Storm working up to the point. Shot. Gate blocked by Hawk. Good job. Loose in front. Skog battling. Trickles to the side behind the net. Storm working up high. Far boards. Then back up high. Brandon watching. Good block there by Brandon. Behind to Grimm. Sorry. Grimm battling on the near boards. Brandon watching. Arnold just muscles it through, and Brandon gets it out. Tips by, gets around his guy. Surprised they didn't call that. He totally got Arnold back here tied up with somebody. Turn over to Brandon. Loses it for a second. Palmer has it. Catches Scott on the far boards in front of the Storm bench. And Zhang picks it up there. Works it behind. Oh, not able to get it somebody. Kinchin almost gets a chance. Storm has it. They're not going to get it past Palmer. But Palmer can't get it to Kinchin. That's offsides. Where's that offsides call? Kinchin gets it. Dumps it indeed to the Storm zone. Puts it on net. Goalie deflects it into the corner. Still behind the Storm net. Kinchin battling. Scott waiting. Storm flipping to the far boards. Palmer's got to back out. Ice must be extra slippery. I've seen a lot of players falling. Palmer behind his net. Gets it to Saskew. Saskew can't connect with Zhang. This will probably be icing. Face off one by the Storm. Comes up to the point. They put it in the near corner. Then chip it back into the behind the Stars net. Hawk is out there with Grimm, Goo, Deloach, and Reynolds. Goo gets taken down, it looks like. Deloach gets it up and out. Reynolds can't get it. Storm ran in the zone, and Goo just gets run over, stepping in front of that. Good pressure by the Storm here. Hawk with a good stick. Loose. And Hawk does the right thing, puts it into the corner. Deloach is going to get it here. Gets it across to Reynolds. Reynolds has space. Shot. Save. Big rebound. So big it comes all the way back to center. Bell picks it up, gets it to Burton. Burton regresses into his zone a little bit, gets it to Bell. Bell off the boards, but can't connect it to Deloach. Huge rebound off the goalie's pads from Reynolds' shot. Puck gets past Burton. Into the corner. He wins it though. Up to Plumoff. Not able to get it out. Storm. Good pressure here. Backhand in front. They got numbers in front. Oh, and they fall on top of the goalie. Skog is down. I don't know how they don't call something. Arnold gets it over to Brandon. Brandon's going to enter the zone. He's got numbers. Passes it to Plumoff. Plumoff shot. Sneaky. Tries to go 5-0. Loose. Rebound. And the goalie finds it. Holds on to it. Forward change for the Stars. Face-off controlled by the Storm. Palmer and Saskew out there on the defense. They're the ones having to do the work right now. Palmer in front. Palmer ties up his man just enough. And Skog with Palmer helping. And Saskew's going to take a dumb late penalty there. Cross-checking called on Saskew. So the Storm will go on a power play here. Palmer was just able to help Skog keep that out of the net. give it a go here on this foul play. Hopefully the boys can do it. Face off one to Zhang. He goes up the boards to Kinchin. Kinchin chips it up and out. It might bounce on net, so no icing. It does. Scott pressing. Kinchin gets it from Scott. Tries to throw it on net. Comes out of the zone. Zhang has it. Gives it to Hawk. Chips it to Kinchin. The Storm have it. It's just by Zhang in the Stars zone. Hawk back to support. Behind his own net. Throws it around to Scott. It's going to get out of the zone. And I guess it hits a player on the bench for a whistle. Face off one to Hawk. He puts it off the glass and out. He's going to cross Storm blue line. Gu pressing. Storm work it up to center. Put it in Star zone deep. Round behind Scott. Hawk to pick it up on the far side. Up the boards. Good job by Deloach to pinch that out. Gu has it. Knocked up just off the stick though. See a purple all around. Penalty over. Nope, sorry. That was Reynolds making a line change. The other big kid on the team, as if there's only two. Gu gets it on the near boards. Delayed pass to Reynolds to the far side. Reynolds gets it in deep. 3 seconds on the power play. Reynolds gets the shot towards the net. The Storm have it. Plumoff pressing. Arnold gets it at the blue line. Gets taken down. Grimm there to support. Plumoff and Reynolds both pressing. Hits Arnold. That was actually offsides. They missed that one. Arnold battles into the boards. Bell, good step in from the blue line. Ends up behind the Storm net. They rim it around to Grimm. Grimm chips it back in the zone. Deep. Oh! Arnold gets his hands up and knocks one of the Storm players in the boards right in the numbers. That's going to be a penalty. So the Storm with another power play after they just had one finished about 20 seconds ago. Zhang and Palmer will be on the back end here, it looks like, with Scott and Brandon working the front end of this penalty kill. Face off controlled by the Stars. Palmer in the corner. He gets it around. Chips to Brandon. Brandon not able to clear it. Zhang there to support. Storm work it up high. They work it back to the center. Chip to the far side. Keep it along the boards over there. Brandon. Storm have it through the blue line. Pass it right to Scott, who has time. Chips it ahead to Brandon off his back. Brandon tries to get around his guy. He ends up putting it behind the Storm net. Scott picks it up over there on the far side. Behind the Storm net. He's got options up high. He's going to just bring it to center. Kill some of this clock. Gives it to Zhang. Zhang turns back into his zone. Good PK here by the Stars. Zhang's going to get some space and separate himself from the rest of the players. Kind of crash on him, and he puts it in the Storm zone. They have it. Palmer's going to step up on his guy. Good job of knocking that puck off a stick. Deloach off the boards. Storm have it, though, at center. Storm into the zone. Work to the middle. Far side. 9 seconds on the power play. Good job by Deloach to get it out. And he's hooked. And a power play coming up for the Stars. Payne Deloach with a good effort. Draws a penalty. My feet are starting to get cold. I'm starting to tell it's a little chilly. Huh? 5:28 to go in the third. 2-1 Stars. They have a power play. Zhang, Hawk, Deloach, and probably Scott. Yep. Scott wins the face-off to Hawk. Gives it to Zhang. The blue line. Gives it to Deloach. Now there's the power play. Sorry, it was 4-on-4 for a couple seconds. Arnold is on. Oh, and Zhang blows a tire. Gets by him. Stormer, the lone one's back. Hawk's got a stride to get back to disrupt that. He does. Good job not taking a penalty there. Scott has it. Power play for the Stars. Scott spins to leave it for Hawk. Hawk goes to Zhang at their blue line. Zhang chips it to Deloach, but can't connect. The Storm will throw it far side. This won't be icing, but it will kill this power play a little bit here. Hawk to Zhang. Zhang up to Arnold. Arnold at his own blue line. Across to Hawk. Hawk moves it to Deloach. Enters the Storm zone. Good move by Deloach to separate to Hawk. Oh, it almost gets it over to Arnold. Then works it up high to Zhang. Zhang has a good delay. Soft pass to Deloach. Across. Just out of Scott's reach. Scott on the far boards. Separates a bit. To Deloach behind. Arnold can't connect. Hawk gonna have to race back. He does. Zhang with a good read there to get that puck there from going out. Deloach. Oh, nice defensive play by the Storm to lay that out and block that. Storm will finally get out of the zone. 6 seconds left on the power play. Zhang peels off his guy. Power play over. Zhang is going to enter wide. Through his legs. Backhand. Nope. Works it behind the Storm net. Deloach there to support. Oh, Saskew blows a tire up high. Sounds so horrible. Slap. Puck up to Zhang up high. Shot blocked by the Storm. That was offsides. Yep. Good block there by the Storm. Kid doesn't take up a little real estate, but he took up the right real estate. 3:34 to go. Neutral zone face-off in front of the Storm bench. Pushed into Storm zone. Saskew out there with Palmer. Gets around Palmer. Saskew the low man back now. Oh, that's a trip. Shit. Saskew gets a stick just in the skates. And the ref's going to call that almost all the time. Can't say all the time because we missed it a lot of times earlier. So the Storm on the power play. Saskew in the box. Kinchin, Hawk, Brandon, and Palmer on the PK. 3:22 to go in the third. Kinchin gets it to Palmer. Palmer off the boards behind his net to Brandon on the far side. Brandon does a hell of a job of getting that out. It might be icing. Stop. Oh, waved off by the ref. So that'll kill. Yeah. Storm get it. Their blue line. Chip it up to Hawk, though. Hawk off the far boards to Brandon. Brandon does a good job of getting it in deep, and the Storm just miss it. That'll kill some more time. Kinchin gets... Wow. Zuma gets hit from behind and knocked down and no call. And then the Storm ice it. I mean, it ran right into him. So now we got Goo, Plumhoff out there with Hawk and Palmer still. Face-off won by the Storm, back behind their net. 2:40 in the period. Storm still forced deep. They finally work it up the center. Under the Wachalaya Palmer. Stick sweep. Knocks off the stick. Plumhoff comes to support. But the Storm have it. They're going to work to the far side. Shot deflected behind the Stars net. Scott looking at it from there. Palmer does a good job of battling along the boards here. He's doing everything he can to just tie that up there. Nobody's helping him. Finally, Storm get it up high. Short-handed for another 16 seconds. Storm coach wanting a shot on goal here. It's not coming. Saved there by Skog, looks like, by that blocker. Hawk gets it up. He's going to get it just past Plumoff, but it's going to clear the zone. Coleman's going to wheel and get it in the empty net. I didn't even know it's empty. That'll pretty much seal the deal right there. Plumoff gets the empty net goal. Lots of frustration by the Storm. They're banging the sticks now. That's that song with the record skipping again. (3-1 Stars, 1:52 to go in the third. Arnold, Zhang, Reynolds with Bell and Grimm. Puck one to Bell, but given up to the Storm. They put it in the Stars' net. Look to see if they're behind the Stars' net. Grimm gets it up off the glass, but comes right back towards Skog. Bell to pick it up behind Skog. Works it up to Reynolds, who chips it out. Storm not pulling the goalie, looks like. Zhang battling. Arnold picks it up. Shot. Nice save by the Storm goalie to hold on to it. Face off coming to his left. 1:25 in the third. Full line change for the Stars coming. Deloach, Brandon with Burton, Hawk, and Scott. Storm in the face-off. Throw it across and chip it out of their zone. Oh, Storm get right around Hawk. Breakaway. Oh, and I don't know if he tripped or just fell off his edge there. Looked like he did blow a tire. And Stars are going to get it into the zone. Brandon drops for Deloach, kind of, and then finally does. Deloach from a weird angle, trying to drive to the middle. Almost works that up into the net. 58 seconds on the clock. Brandon. Puck ends up around. Saskew and Palmer out there on the defensive end. Saskew with the keep in. Puck just getting tied up along the boards. It just kills clock time. Less than 40. Puck goes to the far corner. Deloach there. Battling. Goes behind the Storm net. Scott. Storm are going to get it moved to center. Can't get around Saskew, who almost gets tripped. Saskew moves it to Scott. Moves it to Brandon. Brandon's got some space. Trying to drive. Chips it to Saskew. Shot. Save. Rebound. Still loose. Scott with a chance but can't finish it. And Storm do a good job of clearing that out. 6 seconds to go. Storm pressing with Palmer and Saskew back. Shot. Kicked to the corner by Skog. Picked up by Palmer. And that will do it. Boys with lots of hockey in 2.5 days. Walk out with just an overtime loss to the Reapers. The rest are all victories, and they will wrap this one up 3-1. We'll be all flying back home tonight. See you all soon.
They played us hard. They played us hard.